Welcome to Daily Devotional. My name is Red Moon Eagle, and you are doing Daily Devotions with Red Moon Eagle. This is a banked video. I don't know when it's going to go out. I'm taking extra time this morning while I have it, and I've drawn extra cards. And this will go out into the world when it is needed. I do daily devotions Monday through Friday, most days, but occasionally I don't do them live. Occasionally I have some banked and I just put them out there into the world when they're needed. And this morning is one of those days. So one of my favorite books is, and there goes Astra, she's off to check something. This is the book Celtic Devotional by Caitlin Matthews. And I'm going to read a morning prayer from this book. Sustainer of life, eternal wise one, from the shrine of sleep I rise up. Glad giver, true taker, as the raven stoops upon decay and cleanses the earth, so also do you take to yourself all scattered things, keeping safe their souls. In the mercy of your silence I stand between life and death. May the lifeblood of my veins bring me to perfect mindfulness of my soul's purpose. Soul friends and teachers, you are my companions in the game of life, my heart playful and daring by the skill and inspiration of your craft, and help me to consider the issue of this day. I ask a blessing on all who have become separated from those they love, from activities that give them refreshment, from soul nurture that they've deeply needed. May the Holy Ones grant release from those self-imposed boundaries that separate the soul from its true nourishment. As the winter deepens, it calls to us to celebrate the fallowness of the growing seasons and to respect our fallow times as periods of rest and reflection. I look to my own life to see where I need to be obedient to winter's stillness. Beautiful. So today's theme is, where is the wool being pulled over your eyes? I loved that. I don't always pick a theme, but for these banked ones, I like to have kind of something that keeps me going forward because it's not alive and I don't really have any kind of energy pushing, and I have to trust what's going to be needed in the future. So today's theme is, where is the wool being pulled over your eyes? So we are pulling from the Egyptian gods oracle cards, and the card that I drew was Osiris. Death and rebirth. He is the oldest son of Geb and Nut. He is often depicted as a mummy with a black or green skin, which symbolizes the vital spirit of earth and vegetation. Osiris is just, compassionate God. He is the god of suffering, victims, and the oppressed, and such he suffers with mortals. All the power of fertility and reproduction resides within him, the cycle of death and rebirth. He presides at the end of a cycle of a family relationship or friendship. Welcome a new situation with confidence, even if it's being different from what you've experienced up to now. Abandon the old order. And always remember to be thankful for your life day after day, whether it is good or bad. Only in this will you honor, and only in this way will honor and luck be your companions. Kept missing the word. Osiris. And our theme is, where is the wool being pulled over our eyes? So our next card is from the Animal Spirit Guidebook, and it is the frog. Frog is clearing, cleansing, healing. The frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within this healing element, and then emerges to rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. When in balance, clear energy and enthusiasm for life. When out of balance, depleted, running on empty. To bring into balance, lake, river, ocean, or bathhouse. I have a dear friend whose primary totem animal is the frog, and every time I see frog card come up, I think of her, and this card is just so apt. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. This card gives us a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Oh, I love this. This is so appropriate. And then the oracle is Mystical Shaman Oracle Guidebook. So our card is from this. Pachamama, I think that's how you say it. The essence of Pachamama represents the unconditional love that the earth has for all her children, including stones, plants, animals, and humans. She is the goddess of earth, also known as Gaia, who pervades in all creation of our planet. Thanks to Pachamama, our timeless soul can be experienced in a biological body. The joy and pain we taste during our brief time on earth are invitations to discover the boundless love of Pachamama. The invitation of this card: you are the child of the earth. Now is time to eat, write, love, write, and be joyous, regardless of the circumstances you might find yourself in. Be grateful for your life, your body, and all the things that nourish you. Pachamama invites you to relish each breath, embrace your joy and your pain equally, and discover love through both. Let Pachamama know how much you appreciate all her blessings with the act of service, such as planting a tree, helping save an endangered species, and protecting the ocean. The medicine of this card is that you still believe that you have been cast out from the Garden of Eden, that you are motherless and homeless. You suppose that you need to work very hard to strive or thrive. It's time to stop suffering. Let go of that myth. Realize you are given the garden to rejoice in and to become its steward. Your melancholy is really a longing to return to the heart of Pachamama. Listen deeply to the mother who is always there for you. Walk in beauty and honor all life. Oh, what a powerful thing. So, where's the wool being pulled over your eyes? To me, when I pulled these original cards, I thought, oh my, today is going to be an interesting banked video. And I think that the medicine of this card is where the true heart of this theme is today, which is letting go of the myth that you are cast out, that you are original sin, that you are living in a world that you have to make up for some imagined thing that you hold some awful sin in your heart, that you have been cast out of the Garden of Eden, that you are motherless and homeless, that you have done something intrinsically wrong as an entity that you have to suffer. That myth is so toxic. It makes me so frustrated and angry for everyone that lives with that paradigm. That is a terrible thing to teach our children, and then to grow up as an adult holding on to that. No, we are divine, beautiful entities that live in this human paradigm with each other to help each other realize that this is a myth. This is the beginning of the cataclysmic change to bring us out of this idea that we have to suffer, that we have to put suffering on other people, that one person is better than the other intrinsically through birth, through the color of their skin, through their sex, through whatever. That is a myth that is so toxic. That is the wool that is being pulled over your eyes. You are being targeted with a myth that isn't real. The reality is that we are all good, intrinsic, beautiful entities, and we have the ability to help each other. Now, somebody's going to argue, what about the killers? What about the narcissists? What about the sociopaths? What about the pathological illnesses, right? I'm not talking about that, and I'm not going to address that. Not in this, because that's a separate topic, and the world is not a place of black and white. The world is a place of transformation, of shades of gray, of nuances within nuances. And underneath the physical realm of where we live right now, what you can touch, feel, taste, hear, smell, sense, We are spiritual entities, and we are divinely connected. And I love how she says it here, that be grateful for your life and your body that nourishes you. Pachamama invites you to relish each breath, embrace your joy and your pain equally, discover love through both. Thanks to Pachamama, our timeless soul can experience life in a biological body. Your body is a gift from Earth herself. We come as divine entities from around the universe and many dimensions, and we clamor to have this experience, to touch, feel, taste, and experience the dynamicness of what Earth herself provides us. These experiences nourish our soul and make us give us ourselves, our entities, these amazing experiences. And frog is a reminder over and over and over again that water is inseparable from our experience. We are a walking, talking hydroelectric plant. We have to have water. And water is the element of emotion. Water is the element of life. Water is where we need to go back to nourish our bodies, to connect back in, and to connect to each other. Water gives us the connection to everyone around us. And it's really important to understand that we need to clear out the wool. We need to clear out the wool with this water element, and understand that clearing out the wool with the water element lets us go through the transformation of cleansing all of that stuff that doesn't belong, the paradigm that doesn't fit. And then Osiris. Osiris reinforms us and resupports the idea, abandon the old order. Remember to be thankful for your life, day after day, whether it is good or bad. Only in this will you honor, and only in this way will honor and luck be your companions. Welcome new situations with confidence, even if it's different from what you've experienced up until now. Abandon the old order. Take the wool away from your eyes and see that the paradigm that you're supposed to suffer is the purpose of your life. It isn't. It never has been. I talk about karma quite a bit with clients. And one of the things I talk about in karma is that there are entities, there are people I have worked with that have literally spent lifetime after lifetime after lifetime working and unwinding their karma over and over and over. And they think they have to. And I won't say that they're wrong, but I won't say that they're right either. Because we have the potentiality in every life to unwind whatever karma we have accrued through many lifetimes. We always give ourselves that choice in our blueprints, always. You are never as stuck in your blueprint, in the idea of being stuck in karma. You're never as stuck as you think you are. And I tell people this all the time. That karma that you think you're stuck in, you can't get out of it until you take the wool from in front of your eyes and you use the elemental connections we have to the earth and abandon those conceptions, those ideas that you have to be stuck. You do not have to be stuck. Every moment of your life is a choice. Every moment you have choices in front of you, always. Even when you feel like you don't have a choice, there's always a choice. And those choices help you either neutralize karma, the potentiality for karma. You either let go of karma or you add karma. And unwinding karma, releasing karma, requires you to take the wool from in front of your eyes and deal and see with what's in front of you and what you have attached yourself to. What have you taken on that doesn't belong to you? What have you taken on in shame, fear, guilt, retribution, terror? Whatever it is that you have taken on that you didn't need to. And what can you forgive within yourself about where those things come from so that you can unwind? One of the biggest things in my life for me took several decades to unwind for me. It really did. It took several decades, and it was something that happened in my childhood that I was holding on to this unwanted karma, and it was very uncomfortable. I didn't understand why I couldn't get rid of it, and I had to work on it. And all of us have stuff. All of us have stuff. Nobody's immune from this. Unless you've been living in a whatever, we all have something. And those somethings can be worked on. They can be worked on, and you can unwind. Pull the wool from in front of your eyes and allow yourself to see that the paradigm of the social structure you've been living in, especially in the Western world, and I'm going to say it again, I don't say it very often, but I'm going to throw this out there. Religion is toxic because it's a cult. They tell you that if you do these things, because of your sin, because of your original awfulness, that you have to do these things to suffer, to get to this higher place of heaven. That is awful. That is awful. We know from basic psychology and brain development through science, through being able to see children's brains through MRIs and scans and looking at adult people who've gone through so much trauma, we know that if you tell a child that they are a terrible human being, it damages them, it hurts them. Why? Under all of Pachamama's green earth, under her blue skies, why would we do this to each other? Why would we reinforce this? I don't understand why that's okay. We have to stop it. We have to stop traumatizing each other and holding on to this paradigm of awfulness. We don't have to. We need to heal each other. We need to love each other, and we need to heal each other. And I'm not talking about toxic positivity and not being real with each other. We have to be real. We have to have good days and bad days, and that's called the human experience. But we have to let go of this overarching woolly fuzziness that we have chosen to hold on to. And religion, we see it today. We see it in politics. We are seeing, unfortunately, not the separation of church and state. We are seeing a religious fervor that wants you to live in shame and fear. And we have to break that. We do. We have to step up to the plate. We have to be involved, and we have to say this is unhealthy and this is harmful to those that are spreading it and harmful to the people they're spreading it to. I wish you a blessed day. This is a really heavy subject, and I understand if it's triggering. But I'm going to send you a little bit of vibrational tuning for a closing. Take some good deep breaths in. let the wool go. $222. Beautiful tuning fork. Send this out into the world. If you happen to have some tuning forks, I always encourage people to do those in the morning and in the evening. Start your day with a bit of pure vibrational healing and end your day with that. Have a blessed day, and I will see you in prayer. Blessed be.